Now, that is on page 22. So everybody needs to quickly go back to page 22 and have a look at it, please, just so that you refresh your memory with it. And we can also now talk about some of the things that you need to say for your homework. I'm going to help you with that. So we'll start by returning briefly to this page 22, the first time we see Mr. Tumnus's home, because obviously there is a strong contrast, isn't there, between Mr. Tumnus's home the first time and the second time. Now, of course, it's a cave, but it doesn't appear to be what we normally associate with a cave, which is a rather cold, gloomy, damp, dark place, isn't it? But no, this is a place that's extremely homely. It's comfortable and it's got a warm domestic feel to it. So those are the sort of adjectives you want to add. The word homely is often associated with being unattractive, and that's actually what we normally associate the word with when you're describing a person. But we can also use it to describe a place that seems to be like a home, like an ordinary, comfy little home. So it carries with it the idea of being a place that's a comfortable home as well. But if you call a person homely, then you see they're really rather plain and unattractive. But here, have a look. So the first sentence is short and introduces the key idea. She'd never seen a nicer place. So positive adjectives are what, I hope you're taking notes now, the use of positive diction, particularly the adjectives, choice of words like nicer. And then we have dry, clean cave of reddish stone, a bit of alliteration. Now the C's, although that is a sharper sound, it's not supposed to be unpleasant here. The words give a crisp quality to the sound, and that's is reinforcing the idea of a place that's neat and tidy. A little dry, clean cave of reddish stone. Even the colors are rather appealing. It's not a dull gray, for example, reddish stone. And we have little details of the furnishings. You would mention all the furnishings that we associate with a warm domestic atmosphere. You've got carpet, for example. You've got the two little chairs. You've got a table, a dresser, the mantelpiece and the fire. And then you've got family pictures. That's another thing that adds a domestic air, doesn't it? Which also includes a doorway to what Lucy assumes is a bedroom, the shelf of books, and then the tea things that are being set out. Now, all of that presents us with an image entirely of a warm home and family type atmosphere, comfortable, cozy, and attractive. So the furnishings that you could refer to that C.S. Lewis has listed here for us present a portrait of a lovely warm home. You've already got a few techniques such as the short introductory sentence, the positive diction. Now we go on to longer sentences. And again, we're seeing that very familiar device, the long sentence coupled with polysyndeton. It was a little dry, clean cave of reddish stone with a carpet on the floor and two little chairs, one for me and one for a friend, and a table and a dresser and a mantelpiece, and above that a picture of an old form with a grey beard. So we see again what we have come to notice so many good times, long sentence and polysyndeton, everybody. I hope you're writing it all down. So positive diction, long sentence, polysyndeton, as well as the listing of the furnishings, which lend a very appealing, warm, cozy domestic atmosphere. Okay, so that's mainly what you'll need to talk about when you deal with page 22. You can actually refer also to the fact that this is a place associated with hospitality, inviting hospitality, because of what happens there when you can refer to the event, which is having tea. You know, it's a wonderful tea, nice brown eggs, the listing of things, sardines, buttered toast, honey. And notice again, we're seeing that use consistently of parallel phrasing, then sardines, then buttered toast, then the sugar top cake, all of that adding to the feeling of really abundance and hospitality and fellowship. I hope you're writing all of those notes too, because those are the words that you can add here. You know, abundance, friendliness, hospitality, fellowship. This is where you treat a guest well and you feed them well and you give them all of the things that they need. And once again, we're looking at a few devices. Longer sentence there. This is the one that takes place on the top of page 25, the one beginning, there was a nice brown. That longer sentence with all the listing of the different things that they have to eat makes it very appealing and very attractive. Okay, so that's helping you with pages 22 to 23, all right? Now let's turn back to where we were reading, which was page 65. And this is, of course, at the opposite end of the spectrum. Here we have not the warm, cozy home, but a horrible image of a destroyed home.